Hello everyone, Tammy Hooper here. I'm a real estate agent in South Carolina, and today I am going to be covering part 2 of a 3-part series where I walk you through the 10 steps to owning your dream home. So again, today is all about part 2. So in part 1, we talked about steps 1 through 4 of the process. So today we're going to talk about steps 5, 6, and 7. Step 5 is all about searching for your new home. So this is the part of the process that most buyers enjoy the most because it's the fun part. It's when you get to really start digging into new homes and seeing what's out there on the market. And this is the part of the process where your real estate agent can help you with the actual search of your home. So some of the things that your agent will be helping you with is helping you identify specifically what it is that you want in your new home and what it is that your loan will allow for you to have in your new home. So you're going to be looking at your price range, number of bedrooms, square footage, lot size. You're going to be looking at your school district, so your real estate agent can help you determine if a home is in a school district that you particularly may be interested in. Also, any kind of neighborhood information that might be important to you, your real estate agent can help you with that. Specific types of amenities that might be important to you to have in your neighborhood. If you're going to be living in a neighborhood, are you interested in homes that have an HOA or homes that do not have an HOA? So there's lots of things that will come into play for you that your real estate agent will help you identify what your preferences are to help you narrow down the scope of properties that you potentially could be previewing or looking at online. Now, once you've looked at these properties online and you've identified some that you really love and you're interested in seeing in person, then your real estate agent can gather a little bit more information for you than what you actually will be able to see in the listing information. So they'll be able to pull property condition disclosure statements to identify if there are any specific major issues with the home that you might particularly be interested in. They'll be able to pull information about the property to determine does it lie in a flood zone, or are there any particular parts of the property that may have flooding concerns. Your real estate agent will be able to pull information about what the property tax costs are on a particular home, just so you know that. Because the last thing that you want to do is go to a home, view the home, fall in love with it, and then find out that it's in a flood zone. So it's very important to kind of narrow down the homes that you're going to go out and look at, because your time is very valuable and it does take a good bit of your time to go and view properties for your real estate agent to be able to help identify some potential things that might be of concern to you before taking you out to see a particular property. After you've done that and you've narrowed down to a few properties, then your real estate agent can make some appointments and take you out to view properties. So most of these properties that you're going to see are going to require an appointment. So it's good to allow your real estate agent to schedule those appointments for you so that the timing of the appointment can be set up properly. And obviously the order that you're going to view the properties in is going to be important, so you're not driving all the way across town and then back across town and then back across town again. Your real estate agent is very skilled at being able to do this process for you very effectively and efficiently. So once you've been able to get in and see properties, your real estate agent is going to be able to offer you lots of good advice while you're on site at the property as well, and give you some good information about things that they may see on site in the properties. Now, it's also important to know that your real estate agent can preview homes for you on your behalf. So if you are a buyer who you're moving to a new state and you don't live in the state where you're going to be purchasing a home, your real estate agent can go and view that home for you and provide you with information about the property. Now, there's lots of different techniques that agents use to help clients who are purchasing from another state. So definitely something that you can discuss with your agent to make sure that you've got a process in place that works best for you. So that's the fun process. That's step 5. Okay, now that you've completed step 5, you're ready for step 6. And step 6 is all about writing a competitive offer. So once you've identified the home of your dreams, now your real estate agent is going to be able to help you put together an offer that is going to be competitive, because in today's market, sometimes there are other buyers lurking out there who are ready to snatch that home right out from underneath you, and you want to make sure any offer that you submit to a seller is going to have the ability to compete with any other offers that they may get from other buyers. So your real estate agent is going to help you do that. So we're going to narrow down what's a good price for you, what is going to be a good amount of earnest money to put down on the property. Are there certain types of contingencies that you want to build into the offer, and how could those types of contingencies affect the seller's view of your offer? Also, what is your closing date going to be? So there's a number of contingencies that will determine whether or not a seller is going to consider your offer over another buyer's offer, or even consider your offer in general, and how they might respond to that. So all of those things your real estate agent can discuss with you and help you make a good determination as to what's best for you, but also what could come into play when it comes to considering how the seller will consider your offer as well. Now, writing an offer is only one part of the process, because you don't actually have a contract on a home until the seller and yourself have reached an agreement about the terms of the contract, and everybody's signed off on all of those terms, and the executed contract has been delivered to all parties. So it's really important to know that in the beginning you only have an offer, and it doesn't become a contract until certain steps are completed. So your real estate agent is going to be able to help you make sure that that process gets completed, and it gets completed well. All the proper documentation is used during that process. Now, there's a couple of other documents that come into play besides just the offer. So many sellers want to have a copy of your pre-qualification letter, so that's why it's important that you have that early in the process. Also, there's some disclosures that your sellers may ask for along with the offer. They're going to want to make sure you've seen those and you've signed off on those. So your real estate agent can also help you make sure you've got all the proper documentation in place to present an offer, because time is of essence whenever it comes to submitting an offer and getting an offer into a seller, so that you can beat any other potential buyers to the jump on that particular piece of property. Now, that's not going to come into play with every piece of property, but in our market in general, it is a concern that needs to stay top of mind. Okay, so once you have an accepted offer and you've got a contract to purchase that dream home, now you're ready for step 7. So step 7 is going to be all about inspect, 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 and inspect again. So you're going to have a particular time period where you're going to have an opportunity to inspect the home, if that is one of the things that you wrote your offer and your contract is contingent upon. So during that time period, your real estate agent is going to help you determine what types of inspections are available to you, and help you make a determination on what type of inspections that you are going to perform. So cost of inspection, length of time that it takes to receive results back from the inspection, providing you with a list of reputable inspectors who can complete the inspections that you've requested. Your real estate agent can help you with all of those things. Now, you have the opportunity to choose what inspections you want, which ones you don't want, and who you want to have perform the inspections. Your real estate agent is there just to kind of help you with information so that you can make the decisions. Now, in addition to that, you're also going to need to schedule appointments for these inspections. They need to be met during the timelines that you have set in your contract, and your real estate agent is going to be able to help you with scheduling those appointments. Your real estate agent can also be present with you while those inspections are taking place, if you want to be present for the inspections. If you don't want to be present for the inspections, then your real estate agent can attend on your behalf and be present for those inspections, just so that you have all the information about what happens during the inspection process. Now, your inspectors are going to provide you with a report for each inspection that you have completed, so your real estate agent can follow up and make sure that you receive all of those inspection reports, and then help guide you in the right direction if you have questions about those reports. And typically, in most cases, that would be guiding you in the direction of having some conversations with the inspector about any questions that you might have about the reports, because the inspectors are the experts on the topics that you're going to be asking questions about when it comes to inspections. But it's really important that you're inspecting the property that you're purchasing to make sure that you are aware of what condition the property is in. So a number of different types of inspections you could be getting is obviously there's a home inspection you can get a roof inspection. If your property has a well, you can do a well inspection. You can do a water quality test. You can do an air quality test. You can do a septic tank inspection. You can, if you have a swimming pool, definitely recommend that you have an expert in that area inspect the swimming pool. There's just a number of different types of inspections you can get. Those are just some of the examples. You also want to make sure that you have a termite inspection, especially if you're buying a home here in the South. It's very important that you have that done. So there's a couple of things your real estate agent can help you with when it comes to your inspection process. Now, once the inspections are complete and you've met that deadline that's a part of that contract for completing your inspections, then you can start the negotiations on what repairs you might want to ask the seller to complete, if any. So your real estate agent is going to be able to help you to form that repair request, to get that typed up and get that submitted over to the seller so that they can take a look at the list and get back to you and let you know what repairs they agree to make, which repairs they may not agree to make. Your real estate agent's going to be able to guide you along the lines of, if they don't make these repairs, how can that impact the contract? What options do you have? What choices do you have? So it's really important. This is a really important part of the process, and a very important part of the process to have your real estate agent involved in. So that's going to be step 7, and steps 8, 9, and 10 we're going to cover in part 3 of the video. Thank you for joining me today for part 2 of my 3-part series on the 10 steps to owning your dream home, and I look forward to seeing you guys whenever I roll out part 3 of the video series.